create the problem, start the fire, their mind begins to surrender, that they feel crushed under the weight of your kindness. And finally, the 12th law of dark discipline, where secrets are stored. The world is filled with two kinds of people. The first, those who are slaves to circumstances, and the second, those who make circumstances their slaves. Most people think what they call discipline is real, but in reality, it's just a performance. However, Niccolo Machiavelli spoke about a completely different kind of discipline. Dark discipline. This is not the discipline that makes you a good person. This is the discipline that makes you unbeatable. Today, we are going to destroy that nice person inside you and give birth to a mind that no one can defeat and no one can break. The world believes discipline means always staying busy, waking up early, working hard. But in Machiavelli's eyes, this is not discipline. This is just labor. Real discipline has a name: the predator's patience. A hunter does not move until the prey comes into his range. He can stay silent for hours, even controlling his own breath. Machiavelli taught, the person who loses the power to wait loses every chance of winning. Why do most people fail? Because they are restless. They want revenge immediately, respect immediately, results immediately. But the first law of dark discipline says, controlled inactivity. If someone provokes you and you react instantly in anger, then understand this clearly. You just handed them the reins of your mind. You proved how easy it is to control you. But if you simply smile and remain silent, the other person will feel fear because they won't understand what is going on inside your mind. That silence is your greatest shield and your most dangerous weapon. From today, create a new rule. Whenever you feel emotions taking over, whether it's anger, greed, or fear, take no action for 24 hours. In those 24 hours, your emotional storm will settle, and cold logic will take its place. Machiavelli said, a great player crosses the river only when the current flows in his favor. Effort at the wrong time only exhausts you, but a strike at the right moment changes history. Machiavelli once said, do not show the world who you are. Show them what they want to see. Most people believe discipline means always telling the truth, always being authentic. But the second law of dark discipline is the mask of virtue. Machiavelli said, a leader does not need to possess every virtue, but he must have the ability to appear as if he does. Why? Because people are always deceived by appearances. If you remain harsh and ruthless all the time, people will hate you. But if you appear kind, religious, and honest, your enemies will never suspect you. True power is making the other person feel that you are their ally, while behind the scenes, you are planning your next move. Learn to hide your emotions. If you feel anger towards someone, hide it behind a smile. If you feel fear, turn it into cold silence. Remember this, person who turns his face into a mask can never be defeated, because no one knows what his true intention is. Your honesty should be a strategy, not your weakness. Machiavelli's third principle takes discipline to another level. The art of adaptability. He said, "Fortune is like a woman who favors those who are bold and know how to adapt with time." Many people fail because they keep doing things the same way. If they succeed once, they stick to that same path, even when circumstances change. But a mind with dark discipline is not stubborn. It is fluid. According to Machiavelli, you must recognize the speed of time. If the time demands peace, remain calm. If the time demands war, become the fiercest warrior. Real discipline is not waking up at 5 a.m. every day. Real discipline is this: even at 2 a.m., if an opportunity appears, your mind should be just as sharp as it is during the day. Do not make your principles so rigid that they break. Make them flexible so they can adapt to every situation. The person who can change colors like a chameleon is the one who survives every season. Be a lion when you need to show strength, and a fox when you need to escape traps. Machiavelli revealed a bitter truth. A man may forget the death of his father, but he will never forget the loss of his wealth. The fifth principle of dark discipline is selective generosity. Most people think discipline means always being stingy or always thinking about their own benefit, but a true Machiavellian knows when to spend and how much to spend. If you remain harsh all the time, people will rebel. So use generosity, but use it strategically. Whenever you help someone, do it in a way that the world can see. But remember this: never give so much from your own pocket that you weaken yourself. Machiavelli advised, never hesitate in distributing others' wealth, because it increases your reputation without harming you. True discipline is controlling your greed so that at the right time you can reward people and win their loyalty. But that reward should be a trap that keeps them indebted to you forever. The one who tries to help everyone can never become a leader, but the one who helps selectively becomes a god in their eyes. Machiavelli once said, "A wise man is not the one who knows everything, but the one who knows when to act ignorant." The sixth principle of dark discipline is selective ignorance. Most people react to everything. They respond to every insult. They fight over every small issue. But a Machiavellian mind understands. Anger and reaction only waste your energy. Understand this deeply. When you respond to someone, you treat them as your equal. But when you ignore them, you destroy their value completely. Machiavelli believed the one who protects his attention wins the battlefield. When you stop reacting, the other person becomes insecure. They start thinking maybe you have a plan they don't know about. Your silence creates a storm in their mind. They will make more mistakes. They will shout louder and in the end, they will destroy themselves. Next time someone insults you or tries to bring you down, look into their eyes for 5 seconds without saying a word, then turn away as if they never existed. This 5 seconds of cold ignorance hurts more than any insult. Not every battle is meant to be fought. Some battles exist only to waste your time. Recognize them and walk away. Your silence is more powerful than their anger. Remember, a lion never turns back when dogs bark. The world fears those it cannot understand. Machiavelli taught, a ruler must always remain mysterious. The 7th law of dark discipline is the cult of mystery. If people know what you will do tomorrow, they can defeat you. If people know your weaknesses, they can control you. Never make your life an open book. In today's social media world, people show everything: what they eat, where they go, who they meet. This kills your power. Asterisk, according to Machiavelli, when people know everything about you, they stop fearing you. Sometimes, do things that break your pattern. If people expect anger, stay calm. If people expect you to give up, start again. When you become unpredictable, people cannot create your psychological profile. They stay alert. They stay afraid. Always hide your plans, your next move, and your true intentions. Machiavelli said, what is visible, people understand, but what is hidden, people fear. Execute your actions so silently that when the result appears, the world is shocked. Discipline is not just controlling yourself, it is controlling your information. Speak less, show less, and remain a question. While the world tries to understand you, you will already be 10 steps ahead. Always remain a mystery, because mystery is real power. Machiavelli taught, sometimes peace itself becomes the greatest enemy. The 8th principle of dark discipline is controlled chaos. Most people think discipline means keeping everything in order, but a mastermind knows when people feel secure, they pay attention. If you want to manipulate them, first create chaos around them. When people feel fear, when they feel everything is collapsing, they search for someone to rely on, and that is the moment you appear as the savior. Machiavelli's strategy: create the problem and then present the solution. This is called the fireman's strategy. Start the fire, then become the one who puts it out, so people see you as a hero. Create confusion among your enemies, so they fight among themselves. This is an advanced form of divide and rule. While they are distracted, their focus shifts away from you. Machiavelli said, opportunity hides within chaos. When there is noise everywhere, your self-control becomes your greatest weapon. A person with dark discipline smiles in chaos because he knows he created the storm himself. People will panic, make mistakes, and you will use those mistakes If you want to increase your power in a group, highlight a problem that no one has noticed before. Create fear. Make them realize the danger. Then slowly present your solution. The one who shows direction in chaos becomes the master of the world. Remember, in calm water, hunting is difficult. Create disturbance, and the prey will walk into your trap. The more confusion there is, the stronger your authority becomes. People fear those who display authority. Machiavelli clearly stated in The Prince, it is not enough for a ruler to be powerful. He must appear powerful. The ninth law of dark discipline is the spectacle of authority. The way you sit, the way you walk, the way you speak. Everything must be a performance that tells others you are at the top. First rule of authority. Create an invisible boundary around yourself. Never let anyone get so close that they joke with you or treat you casually. Distance creates respect, Machiavelli said. Familiarity breeds contempt. The closer people get, the less they value you. Power must remain rare. Only then it has value. Control your voice. Authority does not belong to those who shout the loudest. It belongs to those for whom the entire room becomes silent. Speak less, but whatever you say must feel final. When you speak less, people assume every word carries a deeper meaning. Your appearance, your eye contact, your stillness, these things create authority. When you look into someone's eyes without moving, their mind begins to surrender. Work on your body language. Keep a cold intensity in your eyes. Blink less when someone speaks to you. This small discipline sends a signal. You are the predator, and they are the prey. The one who dominates with presence never needs to fight. People surrender just by your presence. Machiavelli revealed another harsh truth. If you want to make someone your servant, do so many favors that they feel crushed under the weight of your kindness. The 10th principle of dark discipline is debt of the soul. Most people think discipline means doing everything alone, but a mastermind knows real power comes when others are indebted to you. Human nature hates being in debt. When you help someone in a moment where no one else stood for them, you create a permanent obligation in their mind. Machiavelli said, a favor is an invisible rope that ties a person to you forever. They cannot oppose you because their ethics and society stop them. Sometimes, help people even without them asking. Think of it as an investment. Reward people, but in installments. Never fully repay someone's debt, and never let them fully repay yours. Identify rising individuals, those who need resources. Give them what they lack, advice, connections, or financial support. When they succeed, a part of their success will always belong to you. The one who builds a network of favors never needs to shout. People move aside for him because they know their existence depends on him. In Machiavelli's time, Information was power. In today's digital world, this is even more true. The 11th law is information warfare. A ruler must not rely only on strength. He must have eyes and ears everywhere. Knowledge is real power. When people relax, they speak the most at parties, in gatherings. Become an active listener. People reveal their fears, their desires, their secrets. You must master the discipline of listening. Your mind should become a vault where secrets are stored until the moment they become useful. Feed your enemies false information. Sometimes spread controlled lies to test reactions. If you want to test someone's loyalty, tell them a false secret. If it spreads, you have found your traitor. Control the flow of information. When people depend on you for knowledge, they cannot challenge your authority. Never reveal everything at once. Release information slowly to keep others in uncertainty. Remember, the one who knows wins. The one who knows more rules. Information is currency through which you buy power. And finally, the 12th law of dark discipline is the law of scarcity. What is available everywhere has no value. If you are always available, always replying, always present, your value decreases. Reduce your presence. Let people miss you when you disappear. People don't question your weaknesses. They question your intention. They wonder, where are you? What are you planning? Uncertainty creates power. A man who is always present becomes furniture, but the one who appears rarely becomes an event. Turn off notifications. Stop replying instantly. Make people wait. The one who controls his availability controls minds. A diamond is valuable because it is rare. Become that diamond. And now, we reach the final stage, the psychological siege. Machiavelli said, "The greatest fortress is not built with stone, but inside the human mind." If you control the mind, you need no army. This journey was not about learning. It was about killing your old self. You must bury the emotional fool inside you. Dark discipline is a fire. It burns weakness and leaves only iron. From today, you are that iron. Your mind is a chessboard. Every move calculated. Build the wall around your mind that no emotion can break. Not anger, not fear, not greed. Machiavelli said, "The one who fears his enemy is weak, but the one who fears his own emotions is already defeated." You must become unshakable. People will provoke you, insult you, betray you, but your face must remain calm like stone. That is psychological siege, where the world attacks you, but your mind stays out of range. Not everyone reaches this level. Most people quit halfway. But if you are still here, you now understand the true cost of power. Machiavelli said, "The one who rules is the one who is not afraid of loneliness." At the top, you will be alone, but that loneliness will not be your weakness. It will be your greatest strength.